Guys, welcome. My name is Ranbir. We have a creaky door in the house. His name is Creaky, the creaky door. Today's message is a very important message, and it tells us a lot about what it means to be successful in life. And that has nothing to do with so we're gonna restart from here. What's up, guys? It's Ranbir. We're at San Jose Barbell. We got rid of the creaky door. We're gonna talk about a subject that's extremely important, and it's about what it means to be a professional human being and a successful human being. Because there's a huge emphasis on, success and self-improvement and this, that, and the other. And it's all about, how you can make more money, how you can get six-pack abs, how you can do this, and how you can do that. And that's all great. But I think, let me take a step back. What it means to be a successful human being, a professional human being, is actually very simple. And one of the big keys, and this is what we're going to talk about today, is that strong people always build others up. And you look at very wise, intelligent people throughout history, and they'll say things like, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all, right? And like I said, one of our favorite sayings at San Jose Barbell is strong people always build others up, they never tear them down. So I've been noticing this little thing. It's always, been there, but I've been noticing it a little bit more recently. And hopefully, Velocitory gets this figured out, and then it'll be like a ding. But I'm looking at this picture, and it's the fit dietitian. She's a very intelligent person, and she helps a lot of people figure out what nutrition and what things about nutrition actually matter and what don't, and how to get the best physique, best health, best body that you can attain. And so she posted this picture, and I think she looks phenomenal. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what I think. And she posted along with that picture some comments on that picture. And so Mr. Hjalmar Bergendoff writes very astutely, obviously a lot of thought into this. Where have the tits gone? Question mark. I believe he was saying where, W-H-E-R-E, not were, W-E-R-E. That's one. Then Mr. John Cook coming in, flat-chested and looks like a bloke. Probably kill you in bed though! Exclamation mark. Chris Driver. What keeps her boyfriend warm at night? Jack Uy. She is nutrition? Question mark. Why she did not adding estrogen to her breast? Estrogen is all caps, by the way. Mark Bradner also chiming in. Far too skinny. She has no boob. This kind of shit is I don't get angry very often, but like looking at this kind of shit, it's like it makes me very upset. And what you need to realize, and I'm sure that if you're watching our stuff, that you're not this type of person. You're most likely watching this because you're a good person, and you agree with that. You should never tear other people down. You should always build them up. And if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. But to these types of people, fuck them. And so this is not a message to them, okay? Because these people will always exist. And you know what? Here's the thing. You can't even really get upset at them because that's not going to change them. You can't make them become better people. That's not possible, nor is that your job. That's not our job. What you can do okay, is what you're about and what you're going to do. So number one, we never do that. We will never ever, right? You and me, we will never bring other people down. And even jokes, okay, like these aren't funny jokes. Like if you want to tell a joke, give me a good joke. Like this is not funny. Especially at the expense of somebody else. And you don't know, like you realize that this is a person, right? Like this is another human being on the other end of this that's going to read this. And in her caption of this, she actually writes, don't let opinions of others impact your choices or shape who you are. I was proud when I first posted these pictures because it reflected the hard work I was doing in the gym, as you should be, right? Like, don't let idiots like this scare you from posting the work that you've done. That's totally cool. You should do that if you feel like doing that. But I got a lot of nasty comments like this. You look like a man, a nice body, but face is meh. And my personal favorite, where are the titties? And she said, now I don't take these as seriously as I used to, but at first I shed a few tears reading these things. And I 100% agree with everything she's saying here. Like, there's a lot of pressure out there to look a certain way. But what is that way? According to who? According to Jalmar Bergendoff? According to Chris Driver? According to fucking John Cook? Like, John Cook, let me see what the fuck you've been doing. Let me see your fucking life. Guys, like, these types of people do this shit because they have nothing in here. They are morally broke, right? They are bankrupt human beings. And that doesn't, we're not going to, even them, we're not going to break them down. We're going to just, like, all right, poor kid, like, poor John. Poor Chris Driver. We're not going to feed that shit, right? We're going to just, ignore that shit because that's all that it deserves. It does not deserve anything else. Although, what would be nice sometimes if somebody posts something like this, like all the good people. By the way, I know there's far more good people than people like this. Like if all the good people just went in on John Cook and just, and not because John Cook's going to change, right? But at least he'll know, hey, don't be an asshole. Don't be an asshole to other people. But more so, like, the person who posted the thing understands that, hey, you do what you want to do as long as you're a good person. Don't listen to idiots like this. Like, they don't matter. Don't let that stuff affect you. I know it's difficult. I myself have hesitated to do things or say things or share things because I'm afraid of what an idiot like this might say. Obviously, being a guy, it's a little bit different. And I feel like women are a little bit even more under pressure in these types of things. So, you have to be even more aware that, don't let this kind of stuff affect you or bother you. And last but not least, it's like you never compare yourself to anybody. Like, so if you're the person who's like showing your progress, that's your progress. It doesn't matter what Bob did or Timothy did or Jillian did. Like, it doesn't matter, right? And I'll tell you a little bit personally about me is I was, when I was a little kid, I wanted to be like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone and Bruce Lee, and then I started to read all these magazines and all these articles about all these guys, and all the guys on the cover were like shredded and huge and muscular, and I was like, I want to be like that, but I never measured up to that, number one, because first of all, everything on social media is doctored. Like, let's be honest here. I'll admit it. Like, I'm not going to post a picture. I'm less likely to post a picture of where I don't look as lean versus where I'll flex really hard and I'll just have done a workout and, the light's just right and, the shadows are perfect. Like, that's just naturally what people do. Although, now at this point, like, I'll be the first to admit, and I don't really fucking care what somebody thinks of my picture, whether I'm lean or not in it. But I set myself up for this impossible standard, always comparing to other people. So your self-esteem, your self-worth is never in your hands. It's always at the mercy of, what's out there. And you'll never measure up. You're not supposed to measure up to somebody else. All you're supposed to do is be the best version of yourself. And so if I could, give something to you watching this, it's just, don't give a fuck about what anybody else has done. Doesn't matter how much weight they lifted. Doesn't matter how lean they are. Doesn't matter what they did here or there or blah, blah, blah. As long as you do your best in what you want to do, that's all that matters. I do my best to lift weights. I do my best to eat properly. I am very proud of the hard work that I've done over the last 15 years to get to where I am. The work that I do with our clients at San Jose Barbell. And I just try to do my best. And I don't beat myself up for not doing more or what is supposed to be correct. I'm just constantly trying to get a little bit better than yesterday and then the day before that, right? So very, very important thing. Just remember, don't let these idiots bother you because they're idiots. And, because strong people always build others up. And don't ever compare yourself to other people because that's not what it's about. It's about becoming better every single day. And you don't know what path that will be or how it will go. Put your best foot forward every single day. Be nice to people. Do something nice for somebody. Smile at people. Say nice things to people. Make people feel good. And that's what it's about. That's what being a professional human being is all about. And all of this with the understanding that most, I would say vast majority of people will never have the understanding or the awareness of this, so they're more likely to engage in this type of behavior. And I'll end it on one other thing. Like, we live in a world where it's like now everybody has a voice. Every idiot has access to a computer and can go into the comment section. And I just want to say this, like, you know what? Say what you want about, whoever the celebrity is, whatever they've done, even if they've done like bad things, or things that you don't agree with or whatever it is, right? At the end of the day, who are you to judge? And who are you to leave negative comments on their stuff and contribute to that and make it okay to be a shit person? Whatever somebody else did, that's their responsibility. Like they will get what is coming to them, right? But you can do better. You can contribute to positivity versus join in with the mob and just like vomit in comment sections, just negative, stupid shit. And so, just remember that person who may posted something, like, that's a human being. Even if they're famous or if they have a lot of huge audience and they're, everybody knows it, like, they're still a human being. So as part of the Hippopotamus Republic, we always try to do the right thing, no matter if someone's watching or not. All right, so we will leave it at that. Got a little bit fired up about that today because it's something that I'm passionate about, and it's one of our biggest principles that we live by. So have a fantastic day, guys. Make sure you lift some goddamn weights, okay? Eat some vegetables, drink some water, and get ready because Christmas is right around the corner. And if you have not watched Jingle All the Way, I don't know what to tell you, but you still have a few days to get it in. So